let's talk now about investing in updates on the home and what actually gets a strong ROI and what we recommend if you're thinking about renovating in order to sell.
Yeah, so I think these have changed. The National Association of Realtors puts together an amazing collection of data that we look at quite regularly. It has definitely changed over the years what some of the best improvements have been. I recently looked, and the number one improvement, it goes hand in hand with what we were talking about as far as first impressions, and that was from the curb appeal standpoint. The number one recommendation was a new steel front door, or a new front door of some sort was offering up to 100% return on your investment.
That is incredible. For many years, there were only 2 improvements that had a positive return, and that was paint and new flooring. But those are no longer on the list as having 100% ROI. And we think the reason for that is likely what's happened in the last few years. Cost of labor has gone way up. So those are 2 fairly labor-intensive activities. And so I think if you paint it yourself, you get a positive ROI. But if you're hiring it out, it's probably tough to get a return.
Yeah, I'm still a huge believer in paint and carpet. It goes to what we were also talking about, first impressions. It's odor, exactly. Yes. So fresh paint, brand new carpet. I'm sure there's people out there that don't like that smell, but it makes it feel like, wow, I'm in a new home, or I'm in something new. It's like that new car smell, but in a home. And so I would still strongly encourage paint and carpet if there is the slightest hint of a defect, so scratched walls or stains.
Yeah, I'm not sure these new statistics pass the smell test for me. Okay, so another point here. Actually, what was really interesting from the updated list, we've always said, people say, I hate my kitchen, I'm moving because of my kitchen. By the way, that might be one of the top 5 reasons we have sellers thinking about moving. They're like, am I going to invest in this big kitchen and bathroom remodel, or am I going to sell the home? And if I'm going to sell it, do I have to renovate? And the answer is no, you do not. You do not get a positive return on renovations, and your buyer is very likely going to want to pick their own kitchen and bath. But this has it doing a little bit better than what historically it has.
Yeah, so they're saying a minor kitchen remodel, that might look like something like maybe just painting or having the cabinets painted. We've got a seller on Lake Charlevoix that just did that, and it really turned out nicely. It might be just changing countertops. You know, if you have Corian or laminate tops, or maybe something that's a little bit older or out of date if it's not looking new and fresh. You know, having a new quartz top put down might not be as expensive as you think, and it could give the kitchen a whole new feeling.
Yeah, and new hardware, really throughout the house, but especially in the kitchen. So you can take what seems like a dated cabinet, put some fresh paint on it and some new knobs on it, and you have what feels like a new custom kitchen. So those are a way you can refresh your kitchen without having to do a massive investment. Renovations in general, generally fresh, clean. Some of these targeted instead of blanket sort of updates are what we recommend, right?
That's right, yeah. And one of the, to tie it back to the first one, the front door, curb appeal again, the other top mentioned one was just improving the overall curb appeal, so landscaping. There, I think you can do some minor things you had recommended, you know, just fresh mulch if the season allows. If you've got shrubbery of trees, just making sure that they're properly trimmed, or maybe even planting some small trees. These are do-it-yourself projects, or hire a landscaper, hire them in advance because they get pretty busy in the summertime. And then just some well-positioned, colorful flowers can make a huge difference.
Yeah. But if you are planning on doing renovations, sometimes we get people that are thinking about, you know, we might move in 3 to 5 years, but we want to update the home now, and they're looking for advice now. I would say make major updates for you unless you're confident you're moving within the next 2, 3, 4 years. If you know that you're moving in 2, 3, or 4 years and you want a new kitchen, still, I mean, you're going to live there for 3 or 4 years. It's your home. Pick what suits you, and think about being a little more neutral than what you might normally
That's right.
choose.
Yeah. So if you are thinking about selling, focus on more of the simple things, neat and clean. And before you go spend $100,000, give us a call. We're happy, even if you're 2 years out from potentially selling, we're happy to come out, kick around some ideas, discuss what buyers in the market are seeing value in, what buyers want to see in a home. And so you might make that improvement for something that you enjoy, but at the same time, keeping in mind what the market is going to want as well in a year or two.
Yeah. And we can help connect you with the people that will help you bring it to life. So we already talked about helping to prep the home, but if you are renovating, we know builders. A recommendation from us brings a lot of value. I think sometimes they'll even sharpen the pencil on price a little bit because they want to win the business and keep us happy because we're a good source of referrals. So architects, designers, we have a number of people that we trust and that therefore we feel you could trust. So thinking about selling your home, thinking about not selling your home and renovating, curious about what your home is worth, want to just hang out, just give us a call or drop into our DMs.